Hello, hello, hello. 2021 is over. Thank goodness, right? So, I just wanted to pop on and give you guys an update about me. I 2021 was so hard. Oh my gosh. And so I learned something about the window of tolerance. I was going to bring up the graphic before I started talking to you because what I didn't. So let's see if I can Google and talk at the same time. But so many bad things happened to me in 2021 that my window of tolerance got like almost non-existence. So the description on Google is window of tolerance is a term used to describe the zone of arousal in which a person is able to function most effectively. When people are within this zone, they're typically able to readily receive, process, and integrate information and otherwise respond to the demands of everyday life without much difficulty. And then let me see if I can show you here's a good image. So the window of tolerance, can you see that, is right in the middle. Above it is hyperarousal, and the bottom is hypoarousal. So hyper is higher and hypo is lower. My dog's opening the door again, so I'm shutting it. Sorry about that. So when you are in hyperarousal, it says anxious, angry, out of control, overwhelmed. Your body wants to fight or run away. It's not something you choose. These reactions just take over. Hypoarousal is spacey, zoned out, numb, frozen. Your body wants to shut down. It's not something you choose. These reactions just take over. But what the goal is when you are in the window of tolerance, you feel like you can deal with whatever's happening in your life. You might feel stress or pressure, but it doesn't bother you too much. This is the ideal place to be. So I have been out of my window of tolerance. And some of my reactions to that are I cancel myself. I cancel my business. I unfriend people on Facebook. I remove my social media. My dogs like to open the door. And so sorry, I have to shut the door. Darn dogs. Okay, my husband's in there making breakfast. And this isn't a breakfast video. Okay. And so that has been hard for me. And so it's like, how can anybody believe in me when I don't believe in myself? And so I'm going to try to work within that window, even if it's tiny, and do things that are important to me. I've started practicing the piano again. So I'm just trying to figure out how to do me the best way. And I know that I do need to work on my business because I need work for that. There's a confidence boost it gives me. I really get a rush off of a job well done. And so I need to figure out a way to make my business work for me. And yeah, so that's one thing that I learned in 2021. Another thing that I learned is, this is going to sound so common sense, but it wasn't for me, that it's not realistic to be in a constant state of happiness. Happily ever after is a lie. It is not true. I learned it from many different areas as I was growing up. One of them was the religion that I was growing up in. I even had a shirt that said, "Be happy, be Mormon." And I was taught that if I was following all the rules, then I would be happy. If I was not happy, there must be some rule that I'm not following. And that actually was really toxic. So in my marriage, I didn't allow my family to be anything other than happy either. My husband would complain about that. And so what I learned is we need the full range of emotions ever after. And so that's my new goal, that I'm going to allow myself and others to have all emotions, and I'm going to hold space for all emotions. And if I can't handle it because of my window of tolerance, that doesn't mean that nobody's allowed to have their emotions. It means I remove myself from the situation so that they can have their emotions, and and I don't have to be freaked out by it. And yeah, so I had made everything, all my social media private because of a car accident that I was in. They tell you that you're not supposed to be on social media because it can affect you badly in litigation. But I need social media. It is how I socialize, especially with this pandemic. And so I'm taking it back. I'm telling them I want to wrap up this case, and I probably shouldn't say that on my video, but whatever. Anyway, I'm taking back my social media. And yeah. And then the other big super stress is COVID. And we're all suffering that, right? And so I want to talk about how I've decided to deal with it. I have been really isolated because I haven't been seeing anyone. My children, my grandchildren, I've just been isolating from everybody. And I still get sick. I haven't gotten COVID. So I guess in that respect, I'm doing things well. But emotionally, it's not working for me. This is going on too long. We're going on 2 years of this, and it's too much. Thankfully, I have my therapy dogs and my therapy cat and my therapist. But I'm modifying my rules a little bit. I live in a hotel. I've been here for 5.5 months, and that's not going to end. It will end, but I don't know when it will end. And so whenever I leave my hotel room, I wear a mask. Whenever I go where there are a lot of people, I wear a mask. I try to use hand sanitizer a lot, wash my hands a lot. But I am going to start doing small gatherings with friends and family and not wear a mask and just let my guard down and have fun, because I really need that. I really do. I can't continue at this level of isolation for my own mental health. And I need hugs. You guys, the 6-foot social distancing thing is like so unnatural for me and so hard. I try, but I'm going to tell you, I'm not good at it. Another thing that I discovered is practicing the piano helps with my anxiety, because with being outside my window of tolerance, my anxiety has been horrible. But yeah, so I need to find a little portable keyboard I can have in my hotel. I'm going to look on Facebook, see if somebody can let me borrow one. But yeah, so I wanted to let you know what I'm up to. You can find me here. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok. I'm Positively Susie. I have a page on Facebook that's Positively Susie. I host a group on Facebook called Awakening Grove if you're interested in witchy things, all the health issues. And I will also be talking about witchy stuff and my version of spirituality. I love learning about deities and pagan cultures, and I like making up my own rituals, so I love that stuff. And I also love my family, and I love music, so you're probably going to get a little bit of everything. I'm not going to pigeonhole myself. Even though that may make my channel more successful, that's not what I'm going to do. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I appreciate you for supporting me. As far as an update on my gastric bypass surgery, I seem to be sitting steady at 138 pounds. I am about 21% body fat. And so that is good. That is good. So my opinion on gastric bypass is if you need it for health issues, it's good. If it's just because you're overweight but you don't have any health issues, I would say don't do it, because it's just so hard. It's just so hard. But that's just my opinion. You research it, you do you. As always, I want to remind you, I am not a doctor. I'm not a mental health professional. I am just Susie sharing what I've learned and hoping it will help someone, and hoping it'll help me too. Hey. All right. Well, Happy New Year, everyone. Have a fabulous day. Bye.